Good afternoon. It's Wednesday the 12th, and it's the Saints Man, small van driver on the 6. This is my Monday to Wednesday update. It's 3:05. Just have a quick look. There's a job on it. No, don't want that one. 3:05, and I'm in St Ives in Cambridgeshire. Monday, started back to work on the 10th. I picked a job up pretty much straight away, really, from Lichborough, which is near Toaster. It was a small, really small job. It was 30 miles, and I had to go to Lichborough to pick it up to bring it back to Northampton, which is fine. I don't mind that. A small job. Just get going. It was really quiet at 6. I quoted 35 quid, and it was for 30 miles all round, and she was quite happy to pay that. And that brought me quite close to home. In fact, it brought me within about 3 miles of home. You're half tempted to just say, "I'll sod it. Let's go home. Let's have a day off." Especially as my wife was off, but that don't pay the bills. And I got a job straight away from Northampton town centre to Bracknell, which there was a 4 or 5 jobs. Actually, work did pick up Monday. It has picked up this week. In my case, it's picked up as in the number of jobs. And I just thought I'd take the one. I wanted to stay local. I couldn't stay out on Monday night. I couldn't go long distance because the van yesterday was booked in with Darren, my mate, to do a full massive service, which he's done. So I took the Bracknell one, which is about 80 miles from home. But yeah, took that on. I got 68. It was 80 miles, and I booked £68 and got it. It was pick up in the town centre of Northampton, easy pick up and easy drop off. Bracknell. It was right near where all the Waitroses are. There's an industrial estate with must be 7 different Waitrose departments, and it was next to them. So I delivered that in Bracknell, and there was a job on there, Bracknell to COVID job, Bracknell to SE10, but it weren't picking up till 4, and it was 12 o'clock now, and I weren't waiting 4 hours. I know you get a good rate on them, but I weren't waiting 4 hours. But there was a job from Frimley. It said Camberley. It was Frimley Green. Which is not too far away, and that was to London. But that was picking up at 2 o'clock. But you could get there at 1:30. When I phoned up about it, you could pick it up at 1:30. So I decided I'd put a bid in on that one. That was, again, it was about 70 miles. And London, it was SE18, which when I looked was virtually where the COVIDs get dropped off. It was about 800 yards away. It was in Woolwich. And it was a pickup in Frimley. I booked 64 on it. I weren't going in the congestion zone, and I don't pay ULEZ because I'm Euro 6. So I picked that up. It was a laptop and a keyboard. So it was an easy pickup from a residential address in Frimley. Took that to SE18. It was right next to Woolwich Ferry, which is still closed. And I dropped that off into a block of flats, in a very posh block of flats overlooking the Thames. And a concierge and all that, telling me where to park. Oh god, it was loads of crap anyway. But got that done, and I'm parked up in SE18. But I was about 15 minutes too late because there was a job on there from middle of London, which didn't really rock my boat, but it was to Northampton, so it was home. By the time I'd looked at it and farted around trying to work out what to quote, because I'd got to book congestion on it at 15 quid. It had gone, but it was been on there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I phoned the shipper up and he said, "I've just sold it, mate." He said, "I'm really sorry." I went, "No, don't worry." So I delivered mine, and I'd got good money on the day. I'd got 167. Mileage was okay there, but I was 80 miles from home. In fact, it's about 80 miles from home, going round up the M11, up towards the M11 on 25 out under Blackwall. You can cut that mileage down by going through the centre of London, just missing the congestion, but at the time it just takes forever. And that was it. I waited. I thought, I'm not going to wait too long. I want to get home. I want to get the van and get all the kit out of the van so Darren can have it. And he was having it first thing in the morning. So I thought, I worked out the mileage home and my pence per mile, and I just drove home. But first day back on a Monday, 3 jobs. So I did all right, 167. I aim for 200 a day. That's in the summer, and I normally hit it. Average a week, 1,000 a week. I normally hit it. I've hit it from like June onwards, pretty much every week. You have to excuse me, it's only my second coffee of the day. Yeah. So I did 167, but I think in January, when the work is there's not quite so much work around, you've got to lower your expectations. So I'm looking at about 170 a day, which is 850 a week. And I think I can do that, hopefully. We'll see. Then obviously Tuesday, I didn't work yesterday. The van went in first thing, and he finished it by 3. I had to take it to his brother's, who's got a garage in Northampton that does tracking, digital tracking, top-notch tracking. And by the time he'd finished that and got it, he says, yeah, definitely tracking. He'd done some of the suspension, had to do a fair few bits, new discs, new pads. You got to remember, I've done 70,000 in this since March, and yeah, so it was discs, pads, suspension joint. There was a fuel pipe that the previous person had it before me. Somehow I put cable tie around it to try and, I don't know whether it had been leaking, and he'd fixed it, bodged it, but I didn't like that. So Darren put a new fuel thing on. That cost a few bob. I haven't had the bill yet, but I picked it up, took it up, got it tracked, and hunky dory, it's running like a dream today. It runs well anyway, but you just know that it's had a good service and had a fair bit of work done on it, which was expected. And it's having a new cam belt and a new water pump and cam belt and water pump on an MOT February the 15th on Tuesday, because I'm away night shift work, so that's when it's having that, because it's due one. Yeah, anyway, so when I got it tracked, this bloke I do a lot of work for phoned me up again. They'd started again, the stock taking was over. The company he gets his work from, he says he's got Oxford and Southampton for today. I said, yeah, I can do that. I've done them both before. Really nice and easy. You can be in Oxford from 7:45, and you can be finished and done in Southampton by 9:30, 9:45, and you normally got about 85 quid in the bank to go with it, 87, something like that, and that starts your day really well, because then you're well up before everyone's about to bed really. And then, so I said, yeah, I'll do that. I said I'll come pick it up about 6 from his place, which is 3 miles from my house. And I went home, had my dinner, and it was extra money. It was quite a bit extra money. I thought, I knew he weren't giving me any extra, because he gives me a good rate anyway, but he put Milton Keynes on the start of it, so a little Brucey bonus. There was 3 boxes to Milton Keynes, 4 boxes to Milton Keynes, 3 boxes to Oxford, 3 to Southampton. So that made it worthwhile. It was 120 something miles, even £98 25 pence, because his computer generates this odd pence, but there you go. So all good though. So I did that this morning. I was on the road at 7. I set off at 7 because the Milton Keynes drop was only a half hour from where I live. 35 minutes. I'd never done it, but found it straight away. Found the service yard, and that was nice and easy. Got in and out of there. Then I copped all the traffic when I went to Oxford, because it was rush hour coming up to 9. Got that delivered by about 9:10, and down to Southampton. Southampton is really good for me. I've said it on the last couple of videos, and I was going to do a video from there this morning, thinking, well, I'll have plenty of time. I'll go and sit in my normal spot, right next to the Red Funnel Isle of Wight. It's a beautiful spot. You can sit there, get a coffee, you can just chill out and then look for jobs. But that didn't happen, because by the time I delivered, a job popped up from Wimborne to St Ives, where I am now. And Wimborne's about 25 miles, something like that. It's about 40 minutes from, it's there between, on the way to Bournemouth, that sort of direction, New Forest. And I wanted it because it's bike night tonight. We do a bike night once a month in the winter at our cafe. And I wanted it. I wanted to get home. So I thought, yep. So I quoted all in, including my mileage to get to the place. I quoted it at 65, which is probably my lowest I quote. But that included the mileage of 20 odd miles, and it was about 170 miles in total. 170 miles in total, the whole lot, something like that. I quoted 120 quid, so it worked out about 65p, a little bit over actually, just a little bit over. And yeah, he went for that. And the pickup was, let me think, can't think what time the pickup was, but I got 11. You had to be there by 11:50. I got there 11:20, something like that. it was, no, 11:30. I got there at 11:15. And yeah, drove it straight up here. And I'm in now in a Morrison's car park, delivered. He was really pleased. In fact, he was that pleased, the bloke who I did the job for. Because I said to him, I says, I'm giving you a cheap rate when I phoned him up. I says, cheapest rate I can give you. I says, because it gets me home. And he went, mate, he says, that's the rate I'm looking for. He says, because I ain't got much more in it than that anyway. It's one of these jobs that I sometimes struggle to get rid of. So whatever he got in it anyway. But he must have been happy because he's paid me already. It's in my bank account. And I've only delivered it about half an hour ago. 20 minutes ago, not long. I'm sat in Morrison's, just about to go and put some fuel in, cheap fuel. And I've got 35 miles home, which I can live with that. I'm actually going to sit around, what is it now? 3:20. I'm going to sit around for about another 15-20 minutes, get some fuel. I might even use their jet wash because my van is just plastered. And then it's going home. So today is a good day. I did 98.25 on the first job, 120 coming back because it was a bit further, and I'm going to have 30 odd miles to go home, which is going to be dead miles. He hasn't got any work tomorrow at the bloke I use, but there's not many jobs on the 6 this afternoon. It's really dropped off again this afternoon. I think there is more this week. It pinged yesterday. Even though I didn't work yesterday because the van was in, I had loads of jobs yesterday. I was doing here, there and everywhere yesterday for everybody apart from me. But got a lot done. And there was a lot of jobs pinged in yesterday about 10:30 onwards in Northampton, all round us. So I thought, well, it is picking up, and there was more on the CX feed nationally. So is it picking up? We hope so. So I haven't got anything for tomorrow yet, but I'm not that fussed, so I'll pick something up. Thursday, Friday, I've got 2 good days. Hopefully get sort of similar to what I've got today. Say 200 is in January, I think 200 is a really tough target, and I've done 218.25 today. And with Monday's 167, I'm averaging about 190, something like that. So yeah, above the target I've set myself of 170 by 20 quid, and I'm not far off what I asked for anyway. So whether I'm just being a bit lucky, or I don't know, but I'm sure there'll be the odd day or two where it's just one or a couple of jobs and a load of dead mileage. I would tramp if I needed to, but I'm trying to avoid it because it is cold, although with no bulkhead behind me, just the heat just goes through to the back, and it, once you're in your sleeping bag it's alright. But I'd only tramp if there's a good job comes in a long way away and I'll stay out, or if I'm doing an early morning job and I do Exeter or something like that, but we'll see. I hope you're all doing alright. So I'm going to sit here for about another 10 minutes, got some grub, just going to finish my grub, and then I'm going to get some fuel, wash the van probably, and then I'm going home. So thanks for all your subscriptions. We're over 200 and about 260, something I can't even remember, like that. Any questions again, let us know. I will try and answer them, and speak soon. Cheers.